I guess the benefits of not running cattle is that you have more time to paint. My paintings began to be very thick. In fact, we talked about selling them by the pound. What it caused me to do was to try to learn to get the same effect that I was getting before without that much paint. Well, I met a man in San Francisco named John Chameleon, and John was an artist, and he also developed his own paint. And he had a company called Bay City Paint Company. Richard Diebenkorn bought his paint from John. And so I could buy paint by the gallon, literally. I mean, a lot of paint. So when I met John and I bought his paint, my paintings began to be very thick. In fact, we talked about selling them by the pound. And then in '89, I was in Texas, in San Antonio. There was a gallery there that had come from South Africa, and they invited me to go to Africa and paint animals. So, not wanting to run out of paint, I ordered 55 gallons of paint from John Chameleon to be shipped to South Africa. Well, they held it on the dock for compatible shipment, so it didn't get to Africa until 9 months after I came home. So when I got there, I had to buy paint. So I spent, I don't know, about $16,000, maybe $20,000 for oil paint, these tubes. And I would just go to the store with a cardboard box and just scoop the whole works into my things. But what it caused me to do was to try to learn to get the same effect that I was getting before without that much paint. And so you can see it change during that time period. So it was a great learning experience. One of the I guess the benefits of not running cattle is that you have more time to paint. A friend of mine used to call January and February the aesthetic months, because that's the only time we could paint, because you were just maintaining and feeding cattle. And then when I was calving heifers, I'd get up at 2 to check the heifers, and then I'd stay up to paint. So I'd paint for 7 or 8 or 10 hours, before most people had their morning coffee. But now I have the luxury of great studios, and then I can concentrate as I wish on various things. Some of the cattle images now become more distant because I'm not pulling a calf, although my pet cow had a calf. Just 2 weeks ago, the cow's name is Margaret Thatcher, and so we named the calf Madeline Albright. Go figure. We have one of my studios. The horse stalls are to the entrance of the studios, so I go through the horse stalls to my studio. I love them, absolutely love them. Those things have allowed me to, I guess in a way, take time that maybe I didn't before. I don't know. I didn't paint with green for most of my life, and I'm still trying to understand green, because in the summers we were haying. We hayed 1,000 acres, and then we had grain and whatnot. So from, I don't know, April, first part of April until October, it was full-on farm stuff. And I have to say too that winter is my favorite season. People think I'm nuts, but I love it. I think we should only have summer every second year. I mean, people think they're going to lock him up.